So I'm about to make Tandoori Palak Paneer or Tandoori Saag Paneer, whatever you want to call it. Now, Saag Paneer is a classic recipe. It's a kind of side order or main course for vegetarians. But just to take it to another level, I thought, why not make Tandoori Paneer and then mix it with Saag? So we just gave a kind of makeover to it, and that's what I want to share with you. For Tandoori Palak Paneer, following are the ingredients you're going to need. 200 grams of paneer, 200 grams of natural yogurt, 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, half a teaspoon red chili powder, half a teaspoon cumin powder, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, salt, and half a tablespoon of lemon juice. For spinach, you're going to need 300 grams of baby spinach, 1 teaspoon of garlic finely chopped, 1 teaspoon of butter, and salt to taste. For makhani sauce, half a kilo of fresh tomatoes, 3 or 4 green cardamoms, 2 small knobs of ginger, half a teaspoon of red chili powder, 1 tablespoon of honey, 2 tablespoons of butter, or 4 tablespoons of single cream, half a teaspoon of fenugreek leaves, and salt to taste. So let's start marinating our paneer first. So let's start with ginger garlic paste. So I'm cooking for about 2 people, so I'm taking about a teaspoon, no more than that. And then turmeric powder, a pinch. I also make another version of this in my restaurant. We often mix a little bit of mango paste, mango pickle paste, and that makes it achari in flavor. That also works really well. You could also try that. Red chili powder, coriander powder. It's about a teaspoon is actually more than enough in this. And this is chaat masala powder. Just good enough. And then I'll be adding about a tablespoon of oil and a pinch of salt. Salt is always to taste. Some people like more, some people like less. And the yogurt. So don't put too much of yogurt, otherwise it'll be watery and it can create problem later. It may not stay. Okay, I just put on the gloves. I want to keep my hands clean. And all I have done is I had a block of paneer and I've cut that into thin slices. I'll just put in 6. And you have to be very gentle with this because you don't want to break it. And I have a tray here, which is lined with butter paper. And all I'm going to do is just put the marinade lightly on that, not too much as well, otherwise it'll get stuck on top and make it very boring too. You want a little exciting dish. Food is about excitement. And this goes in, and that's it. I'm done with this. And I have hot oven at 180 degrees centigrade, and I'll put this straight in there. Ideally, I should have rested it for a good 1 hour, but I don't have that much time. How many cups of tea I can make you drink? Here we go. That's ready. It won't take long. Next thing, got a pan out, get the heat going, and I have these tomatoes, which I have removed the eye on that. I'll just cut them into half so they are easy to melt, as I call them. Right. Now, the spices I'm going to add in this are very clear. A little bit of ginger, tomato, chili. These are the flavors, they work really well. Though in my speech earlier I said I wouldn't be adding garlic, but tomato and garlic is a great flavor. We can make a little variation. Let's add a little garlic. If you happen to be someone who doesn't like garlic, or for your dietary reason you don't take it, don't add. You don't have to. Salt helps to break down. 3 or 4 cardamoms, green cardamoms will do. And I will add a small pinch of fenugreek leaves now, and a lot more when I'm finishing the sauce. A little bit of water, not too much. That just helps to keep the moisture in. And I have to add a tablespoon of oil as well. and I'll let this cook. It takes good 15-20 minutes for me to cook this quantity of tomatoes. I think we are almost ready. This is very good. Yeah, tomatoes are absolutely crushed. Use a wooden spoon, break them down. And one more thing, while we make this, we all know that tomatoes are never that red and never that ripe in this country. Now, how do we get that beautiful red color? There's always one ingredient or something else to come and help you. And in this case, we have tomato paste. Okay, so we'll add about half a tablespoon of tomato paste. And if required, we can add a little bit more later when we are finishing the sauce. Right, this is almost done. I'm going to puree this. My sauce is ready. Now opening this could be a challenge. No, it is not. I'll use the same spoon and put all the sauce through a strainer. It's really nice, rich in color and beautiful flavor. We'll just strain through completely. Come on. This is really work of love. It takes a lot of patience, but trust me, it's very rewarding. The sauce you get out of this is just amazing. Okay, this is good. This is looking good. The texture is really wonderful. I'm just going to get rid of this. And I'll taste it. Tastes good. The salt is right. The spicing is really nice. I need to add a pinch of garam masala. For that small quantity, I don't need a lot. Okay, so I will add just about half a teaspoon of garam masala. You can add actually less as well. A little more red chili. And I need to bring this to simmer. And then add butter. So this tomato sauce is about half a liter, I would say, or 500 grams. And about 50 grams of butter would go in that, about 10%. It's not for faint-hearted people, so you have to be very sure that you are fit and right to eat this kind of food. But the amount of sauce I'll be drizzling around this dish, it'll be minuscule. It won't be a problem. Now, about 2 tablespoons of single cream going in. And then I have some dried fenugreek leaves. You just crush it lightly. Sometimes these leaves do go very soft sitting in the tub or the box. Just put them in the oven just for a minute or so, not at hot oven, but just at a medium oven, which is about 140 or 120 degrees centigrade. And that will just bring it back to life. It will become crisp and you can use them again. So I'm adding a little honey to bring the sweetness back. So for this much quantity, about a tablespoon or a dessert spoon actually will be more than enough. You can always taste it and see how much sweetened you like. Right, let me try it again. Oh, this tastes nice. Really, really nice. So my sauce is ready. And I do think my chicken is, sorry, I'm saying chicken, look at that. I think my paneer is also pretty much ready. Let me check. Yes, it is. Okay, time to bring it out. Look at that, it's properly cooked. I just need to rest it lightly. Now, while this sauce rests aside, I can actually saute the spinach quickly. So it's a really fairly quick recipe. It hasn't taken long. I made the sauce, marinated the paneer. It's been roasted as well, and I'm on to the last step of my dish, which will be just wilting the spinach, literally wilting it. Very, very quick process. Okay, start with oil. Now, because I've already added so much butter, there's no need to add more butter in this. We'll be fine without butter. Normally, for spinach, I like adding butter, but this will be fine. We'll start with a little bit of garlic. Spinach and garlic is just a great combination. And always use good fresh spinach. Wherever you can use baby spinach, that will make this dish even more amazing. So we have reached out for baby spinach on this one. This is done. Now all I have to do is very quickly, it doesn't take long. A little bit of red chili, a little bit of coriander, and some sea salt on top. And that's it. Believe it or not, my spinach is done. I know it's little quantity, but it's perfect quantity. I don't need more than that. I'm only going to make one plate. So I got paneer ready, the sauce ready, and the spinach ready. Let's start plating. Right, so I'm ready to serve. Time for you to watch it carefully. And I hope I don't make a mess of it. So let's take one piece by one piece. So put one piece right in the center first. And a little bit of spinach. And as I said, I was using garlic in the spinach. But if you are someone who doesn't like garlic, you could always use ginger. Let's use the second piece on the top. That's a stack, so to speak. All right, little readjusted view again so that you can see it properly. More garlic, flavored spinach on top. Keep the water out as much as you can because water will do nothing but just seep through and fall on the plate. Nothing wrong with it, but it's just will not make the dish look nicer. And then second stack. And you can go on if you wanted to make more. I've run out of spinach, so I'll be fine with this much. And I think one person can only eat so much in my opinion. And I'll just pour some of the beautiful, lovely, delicious makhani sauce on the side. You could serve it in a deep bowl as well if you wish to. That's enough. And some coriander sprigs. I've used coriander cress, but you could use sprigs if you want to, or if you want to get hold of the cress, you can do that as well. So there we go. Simple, straightforward, very easy tandoori saag paneer. And this is how I made it. To make the paneer, I started with marinating it. I started with a teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, and then I added a pinch of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of red chili powder, and about a teaspoon of coriander powder, a pinch of salt, and about a tablespoon of vegetable oil, about 2 tablespoons of yogurt, and I mixed it all through and marinated the paneer gently, put it on the tray, and took it to the hot oven at 180 degrees centigrade, and it took about 15 minutes for me to cook it or char grill it lightly. To make the makhani sauce, I started with chunky tomatoes cut into half, added 2 knobs of ginger, a teaspoon of chopped garlic, about 4 or 5 green cardamoms, a pinch of dried fenugreek leaves, and I also added a pinch of salt, a little bit of oil, and I cooked it all through till tomatoes literally melt. Blended it, strained it through, brought it back to simmer again, and then I added powdered spices, garam masala powder, red chili powder, again lots of fenugreek leaves, and then honey and pinch of salt just to correct the seasoning. To saute my spinach, I started with 1 tablespoon of oil, about a teaspoon of chopped garlic, and I added whole spinach leaves, a pinch of red chili powder, pinch of turmeric powder, and a pinch of salt. And just wilted the spinach lightly, took it out, put it in the bowl so that water can seep out. And then I made the stack, paneer, spinach, and I poured the sauce around it and garnished it with coriander cress. And here it is.